I had the wonderful opportunity of watching this entire series. I like couldn't stop
Oh,
the
you
moment it
watched the
started.
whole thing.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Ah,
And
okay.
I think the perfect way to describe this series is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of twists and turns. So, how did you, first of all, get even involved with this project? And second of all, what was your reaction when you were reading these scripts? Because, like I said, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is. It was I initially was approached about it, and as soon as I read the first script, I like JC. Oh, geez. I mean, that's a woman, really. And she's so layered, and there's so much to her. She's so strong, passionate, but she's also, you know, flawed, and you know there's just so much to her. I just couldn't wait to step in her shoes, really. And the experience was amazing. It was a roller coaster for sure, and it was the most challenging role that of my career. So I didn't overthink any of it. I just, tried to remain as open and honest as I possibly could, and just, approached everything in an honest way. So I hope that came across. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for sure.
Because this show focuses on a lot of controversial topics going on right now. And I'm not going to delve into any without because it might spoil something. And I don't want to spoil anything. How is that for you as an actress to be able to be a part of a show that does touch upon so many things that do need to be discussed?
Yeah, I feel very lucky. Very lucky to be a part of this show, because I do think that it gives a voice to so many who have been silenced for a very long time, and it touches on issues that have been swept under the rug for even decades, and I think it's very current, and the time is now to tell this story. And as I said, I'm just lucky to be a part of telling this story.
And because there are a lot of, as I said, controversial stuff, but there's also a lot of dark topics that are touched upon when not only are you reading these, but you're then go in, you're required to act these scenes out, that has to put you in a funk after doing it for so many hours at a certain time. So how did you manage to just unwind after dealing, with those types of scenes?
I have a lovely 4-year-old who comes and runs and gives me hugs and kisses and tells me how much he misses me when I walk in the door. And that
Mhm.
makes everything better. And then I have nightmares about what I dealt with and filmed the day of. But then he gets in bed with me in the morning and makes it better again. It's a cycle, you see.
That's a beautiful cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
were there any times, at least when you were reading the script, that you kind of felt yourself a little bit at, and I don't want to say an impasse, but like, I said, there are a lot of controversial topics where when you were reading it, you were just taken aback that this was something they were going to be covering?
No, I was happy and excited, and more like finally we're getting to address these issues, because I think that some of these issues have been normalized in society, and I think the time is now to show how unacceptable so much of this behavior, or unacceptable it all is, really. Yeah.
And then for my last question, I don't think this was a coincidence, but with March Madness going on, and we're seeing an uptick right now in the coverage on women on the women's side, which is very much due to them. Um, and the show is dropping right around that same time. So how do you feel as being almost as though you're a part, like you are a part of the conversation? Like this show is gonna hopefully help draw even more viewers to that. So how do you feel about being a part of that whole thing?
I think it's great. And I think, I think the timing is great. Like with all of this, I just feel like the time is now, and
Mhm.
it's happening, and it's very exciting and empowering.